What's up, basement dwellers? The All-Star break is over, and the Jersey Phanatics are back to talk Phillies baseball. I'm Chris the Dace Man Dace. He's Erik Perezzo.
Hello.
And we're here to talk Phillies. So before we left for the All-Star break, we took another week. So we took 2 weeks because we're such All-Stars. But the Phillies did end the first half, which is not really a halfway point, in first place by half a game. And the only Philly that went down to Atlanta was Kyle Schwarber. And let's talk that All-Star appearance by the guy that just keeps jacking up his price when it comes to free agency, Mr. Kyle Schwarber, the MVP of the All-Star game for 2025.
Yeah, everyone was pretty pissed off about him being the MVP too, which is fantastic because it took it away from Pete Alonso. So that was even better for me.
Oh, the fact that it screwed Alonso was brownie points for Schwarber with me.
Oh, 100%. It was absolutely fantastic. And, without his 3 home runs, they don't win. You have no idea what Alonso would do. And, after he could have came up and he could have struck out 3 times, or he could have popped out 3 times to get the outs. You have no idea what he would have done in that extra home run inning or whatever the hell you wanted to call it.
The swing off or the BP or whatever the hell it was.
So you have no idea what he would have done. So for Schwarber to go out there and actually be amazing, he deserves it. Fuck you, Alonso.
I feel like that's just Major League Baseball jacking up his free agency price.
Yeah.
He was valuable going into the All-Star break. Now he's got the All-Star honors, and he is the MVP of the All-Star break, which I get the argument of how the guy that just it comes down to the whole article that I wrote about how valuable a DH really is. But he's our MVP. He's our Philly All-Star. The only representation, Zach did not go down. Apparently Ranger was selected but chose not to go. It did nothing for both of them. So they should have went because their bounce back, their extra break didn't work.
And even saying Schwarber is the MVP of the All-Star game, he's been basically 1 or 2 with our MVP for the Phillies themselves. It's either him or Wheeler.
Yeah.
If you lose both of them or even one of them, you're not where you're at right now. So Schwarber has carried the offense on his back, and Wheeler obviously has carried the pitching on his back. So without one of them or without both of them, this team is below 500 at best.
Mm-hmm. And here we are after the All-Star break, and unfortunately, not a great start. They dropped the series to the Angels. I'll say that again. They dropped the series to the Angels. Ranger did not... Go ahead.
I said no one's going to believe that. That's why I had to say it twice. No one would have thought.
The team that we silenced every time Ohtani was here, shut them down. And for whatever reason, they hobble out Mike Trout off of his injury stint. And the West Coast Phillies behind the plate, Kingery on the bench. They dropped the series. Wheeler didn't look like Wheeler. Ranger didn't look like Ranger.
Nope.
And both of them cited not going to the All-Star break because they wanted the extra break to come back stronger. They did not make that case in the opening series. Of course, the excuses started flying that Wheeler doesn't like those extra days off as it is. So really begs the question of just the fuck.
Yeah, 100%.
It was a brutal series. I only caught the Friday game, and I started watching the Sunday game. And then after, Sunday went to hell, I just went and did the lawn. What are your thoughts on the Angel series? Luzardo looked good.
It wasn't again, your bullpen lets you down. Your starting pitching lets you down.
Well,
your offense lets you down. So it was the trifecta of what you needed from your team, and all 3 facets failed you.
And it's a damn shame, too, because there was a couple injuries that came out of that series. Alec Boehm getting hit by the pitch. He now has,
it's fractured rib, but it's 15-day DL. Which everyone knows that's going to be more than 15 days. Look at Aaron Nola.
Yeah. Joe Ross, not really fucking lost there, but he's on the 15-day IL now.
Back spasms.
Back spasms. That's because he sees that David Robertson's on the on his ass. That's why he's like, "Oh, my back! I can drag out the contract just a little bit longer." So a lot happened. Not a lot good, unfortunately. They're currently playing the. I just walked by the TV and looked at it. Who the hell are they playing? The Red Sox right now.
Alex Cora said that they would love to have Forward back. So
that's okay. The guy that we're rumored to go get hit a home run right off a Wheeler right away. So
immediately. Yep.
Immediately. A lot of news really coming out of this, like 5 games back from the All-Star break. One, for starters, not a good start. They are what? 2, well, okay. It depends how tonight finishes. They're very close to make it an okay start, 3-2. But they're 2-2 right now, as of this recording, because the game's currently in progress. Playing American League teams back-to-back. Any idea? I haven't been paying attention to the Mets. Are the Mets...
No, they've been losing too. Angels put a whooping on them yesterday. I don't know what. The Mets are winning 3-2 right now, bottom 6.
Are we still up on them a half a game?
Oh, no, they came back and won yesterday. Oops, I'm wrong. So, we are half game ahead of them still in the standings.
Okay. So it's going to be a tight race from here to friggin' October. And not an easy one. I'm pretty sure they've got... Well, we got 7 games against the Mets still. Didn't have a strong outing back. We're down Bohm. We're down Nola. We're down Ross. That's a fucking loss. Otto Kemp. How are we feeling about our boy Otto?
I love Otto, but he is definitely not a major league player. Like I hate to say it, but there's just I don't know. It's kind of like a slightly better version of watching Scott Kingery, like defensively wise, because Kingery wasn't really the best, like especially with his offense as well, but his defense wasn't really that great. Hence why they got rid of him and kept Buddy and all these other schlobs around because they were slightly better than him. But Otto has been like pretty good with his defense, except for yesterday when he took a ball square to his chest at third base, so that wasn't great. But he kept it in front, and that's what you tell your players every day, to keep it in front. So,
what's his natural position? Because he's played everywhere since it's been called
up. It's either third base or first base. That's
okay.
He came up as a first baseman. That's where he was in the minors.
Mm-hmm. And he was covering Bryce while he was dealing with the wrist. Now he's covering Bohm, who's dealing with the ribs. Weston Wilson got called up. He hasn't played yet, has he?
I don't think so, no.
So that's probably healthy for him. Overall, the team's 2-2 as we're doing this recording. Potentially going to be 3-2, and then hopefully locks up the series win against the Boston Red Sox tonight on Y2K night. With Nelly
Sanchez just went nuts coming off the mound too.
Like
he was just beyond pumped getting his 10th strikeout. Like he literally I don't know, went insane. You don't see much emotion from him, but when you do, it's fired up. But anyway, sorry.
No, it's good to know that we should be locking down this series when we needed it, especially since are the Red Sox even in it still?
I think they were, but they're trying to regroup. So, I don't know how you can.
Well, that division is
back.
They're 6 games back.
6 games back of the division, and they are in their third place for the wild card.
Okay.
So they're right in it.
Well, they've got some tough decisions to make in the next 10 days.
It's kind of crazy that they're willing to get rid of Duran if they're in the playoff chase.
It's crazy they're in the playoff chase when they got rid of Devers. So was he a cancer?
Yeah. Well, yeah, dude. He was refusing to play a position. Like the coach kept on saying, "Hey, we need you to play here," and he's like, nope, not gonna do it. That's not who I am. That's not who I've ever been. That's not what I'm gonna do. So
Gets to San Francisco? Sure.
yeah, exactly. Got to San Francisco. I think tonight is his first night playing first base. And that was the position that they begged him to play because they needed him there. They had an injury, and
he
he's like,
was
nope.
clearly butthurt over the Bregman signing.
Yeah, 100%.
But the Phillies, though, locking the series win, hopefully tonight with the Boston. They're up 4-1 last I saw.
Still there.
Perfect. Let's talk injuries. Like we said, Alec Boehm's dealing with a rib injury right now. He got hit by a pitch during the Angels series. He's out on the 15-day IL. Like you said, it's a rib injury, so 15 seems very optimistic.
Yeah,
do you think
especially for a hitter that you wanted to have power, you need that rib.
He found his rhythm going into the All-Star break where he was getting back to that production value that he had last year. Do you think this derails him on the back half? Like the fucking hand, whatever that mysterious hand thing was last year?
100%. And it's either going to take a while, and they're either going to miss the boat on getting somebody else to come in order to fill that role, or there is no or, because he's not gonna. It's gonna take him a while to come back. So it's either he's gonna come back to form, which is gonna be in like September, which is nice, but you have to wait until September.
Well, I mean, there's a good at least it happened now and not the end of August, and we're all like, fuck. Now we're stuck with Otto and Weston in fucking third. Nola, he should be nearing a return in a week or two.
Apparently, he is coming back up, or he's going up to New York with them for the Yankees series, and he's going to throw a bullpen the first game, I guess, and then so he should be back next week potentially.
Do we think he returns to form? Do we think the fourth inning is still a thing?
It's, again, another thing that's going to take him a while to get back. You got to hope that the first game back is like 100 degrees. Like that's where he pitches the best, is when it's hot as shit. So you need to hope that's where he's at.
They go up to the Yankees this weekend, right? Or they go up to the Mets this weekend?
No, they're not playing an NL team for like a month.
Are they not? I thought they were up in the Mets this weekend, or is that next week?
No, this weekend is the Yankees. You got Yankees, then you got White Sox, then you got Tigers home.
That's going to be brutal.
Then you got Orioles home. Like, they're not playing an NL team. You got Rangers away. They're not playing an NL team for like a month. Here you go. Reds is their first NL team, and that's August 11th. And that's away.
What the? Who made the fucking? What is it? Is it the old couple still making the goddamn schedules, or was this a computer?
And then you come back and play the Nationals at Nationals, and then you play Mariners again. So it's a fucking tough schedule, man.
Apparently, we moved to the American League after the All-Star break.
Yep.
Well, Bronx this weekend's going to be sweltering hot. So if he's up there throwing a bullpen session, he should be feeling right at home.
Hopefully. I just wish that they gave you some kind of answer on like how he's feeling. Like, is that rib fully healed? Like, is there any discomfort when he's pitching or throwing? Like, they don't tell you shit.
And that's the crazy thing with it. Like, I know we're hurting for pitching, and it would be great to have Aaron back, because again, even if him at his worst, he's still like a number 2 on another team, and he would be our number 4, which is
still way better than Walker.
Yeah. But at the same time, like, I don't want to rush him, and then he comes back and he becomes Walker, because we're stuck with him for another 6 fucking years.
Yep.
It's a weird delicacy, like delicate balance with him, because I don't know, I haven't checked on Abel since he's gone down. Clearly, I haven't checked on. I haven't been really paying attention to baseball.
Abel has been pitching lights out. Like, ever since he went down, like, it's been like sub 2 ERA, like it's like 1.79 or 1.8, like something around that area. Like, he's been pitching lights out. So maybe he's just not a major league player, and I don't know.
It's a weird jump, like, because it seems like every minor league person, Weston Wilson, Otto Kemp, Mick Abel, they're lighting it up down there, and then they come up here and they're like lost.
Scott Kingery was the MVP of AAA.
Yeah, and they come up here and they're batting like a .012, and it's like, what?
Yeah,
Marchand made a hell of a case to be the backup catcher, and now Stubby is down there lighting it up. So
yeah.
I know catcher's a harder position since like with JT you're only doing it once every 5 days, if that. But it's such a weird gap that our farm system is so good, which means everybody else's farm system must just be ass. And then they come up and then they're ass for the major. Like it's a weird thing. And Philly can be so embracing. Like if you had a rookie, well, look at Stott and Bohm coming out of our farm system, and like the fans just got behind them and they became starters.
But Kemp is batting .257 right now. His average.
I know
that's kind of high.
Like, I was gonna say offensively, he hasn't been bad. He had that 2-error game. Like I know I'm shitting on Otto, but the people he's replacing, it's like, ugh.
Yeah, like you kind of saw exactly what you wanted from Bohm. Like you wanted him to be more powerful because of how tall and lanky he is, and you're hoping that he was going to turn that around. But having a person at third that hits doubles was tremendous, and unfortunately, that's not happening right now.
Yeah, and then he was playing first, and it's like, well, yeah, we want Bryce back. Which segue Bryce after the All-Star break, so I guess he needed that because he has been lights out.
Yeah, because everyone was like, "What are you doing playing him before the All-Star break?" And he's been just like you said, lights out.
He seems to be back to form. Another guy who's having a tremendous month of July and really starting to jack up his fucking value for free agency. Why you didn't get the goddamn deal done before this? JT Realmuto, he's at what, batting .270 for the season and like .400 for July.
Well, I think he is 0 for 4 for tonight, but yes, he's had probably the best. I think they said he's the best July hitter in all of baseball right now. That's what his average was. So yeah, he's driving that pretty far up too, but the night kind of helps it drive it a little bit down. But
yeah, like hey, we want you to be really good, just not too good. Like we want to be able to afford you. It's fantastic, but like you said, it's going to suck come free agency.
You don't have like we've said nonstop. There's nothing else out there, and it's not like you're like, oh damn, we gotta sign him. Like it's not like not like desperation, but it's like he's pretty damn good, and you should.
All the chatters around Schwarber, and again, he is a big piece. It'd be great if we got him back. I don't think we will. I mean, I don't think we should, based on our other needs currently, unless they do some kind of magic in this trade deadline in the next 10 days, which we'll talk about in a few minutes. But JT's got to be your top priority. Like, I don't know.
There's nothing else out there. There's nothing out there. And your number one catching prospect is 18 years old.
Yeah, like, are you going to call him up? Like, what? Like, or are you going to trade for? Like, you can't have Marchand as your starter and Stubby as your backup.
No,
and be taken seriously. And not to mention, we've talked. We're beating a dead horse here. He calls the best games. The pitchers, like, they're on their top of their game with him behind the plate. So, thank you to these two gentlemen for making it. And Ranger, all three of them have really been really good in the month of July.
And speaking of calling a good game, I believe he was catching last night, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah.
With Lazar.
Yep.
So Lazar had the interview, which also let me tell you, he's a terrible interviewer. Like I'm sorry, I know he's really young. He has to work on that. You got to work on that his mic skills. But he said that JT like called timeout and was like, "Dude, throw this pitch." So he like told him what pitch to throw, and he's like, "I've never thrown that in a major league setting." He's like, "Just do it right now. It's gonna strike him out," and he struck him out. Like it was absolutely phenomenal. Like that's what JT does. He has a confidence to know that your pitcher can do this at a high rate. So let's call it and see what happens. And if it's a home run, I'll take the blame, and if it's a strikeout, you take the credit. You don't even have to mention my name. Like he's a hell of a teammate, a hell of a catcher. It's the best thing to do is to get him back on the team.
He's the captain of the infield, man. Like, he makes it happen. He has a connection with the pitchers and calls a good game with those guys. And he has a connection with Turner and Stott, like the way he picks people off at second. Like, they have good communication there.
All around the diamond. Like, Bryce Harper knows when he's going to throw it down. Bohm knows when he's going to throw it down. Like, everyone expects what or knows what he's going to do, and that's what you want from your catcher.
Yep. Again, beating the dead horse. We prioritized it as JT, Kyle. If you somehow pull off Ranger, there you go. Well, that being said, All-Star break full. We're still up a half a game as of this recording, but we are almost 9-10 days away from the trade deadline. We did make one move coming off the All-Star break. We went and signed for a third time David Robertson.
40-year-old reliever. Gotta love it.
Yeah, I put in the chat. He was 2022. He went to the World Series. 2022, he was on the team. Are they related? I don't know, but it happened. He's down in Lehigh Valley. He took the option to kind of ramp up down there first before he comes on the team, so he's not eligible until the first weekend in August or the 5th or something like that. Good pickup. Just for the sheer sense of, like, it can't be fucking worse than what we have.
And you don't have Alvarado, so that's a guaranteed closer that you, as long as he doesn't get injured, obviously. But like that's your closer as of right now. That's who you're going with every big game. So that's what you needed, because, like I said, you don't have Alvarado. Also, what are you going to do when Alvarado comes back?
Send him to Lehigh Valley. Send him to Lehigh Valley.
Are you going to pitch him at all? And why would you pitch him at all?
Fuck him. His year is done. Even when he's eligible to come back, you go chill down in Lehigh Valley and you think about what you did.
Like, they were talking about that. I don't know if it was on the broadcast or what, but like it just makes no sense for them to even throw him one inning. Like, what?
Well, okay. I'm gonna hold up on my comment of sending him to Lehigh Valley and just let him stew there. If John Middleton and Dave Dombrowski do nothing with this goddamn bullpen other than Robertson, he would be in there. Just to make sure that we finish strong, because it's going to be a tight race all the way to October.
True. That's true.
If they do some magic at the trade deadline and, like, Alvarado all of a sudden finds himself without a home, yeah, you're going to go spend the rest of the season down in Lehigh Valley, and maybe you'll be back in 2026. I don't know what they're going to do. So,
what a freaking pitching performance by Christopher Sanchez. Complete game.
4-1 final score.
4-1 final score. Absolutely phenomenal game.
There you go. 3-2 to start off after the All-Star break when this drops here on Wednesday. And I'm assuming we're still a half a game up, because you said the Mets were winning against the Angels right now.
In the 6th inning last I checked, yeah.
Yeah, so unless the Angels pull ahead, we're only a half game up on them. Could be a game and a half, depending how they do when this recording drops. But them nipping on our heels really brings us back to the conversation of what we're going to do in the next 9 days. The Phillies are tied to almost every free agent out there when it comes to pitching.
Every single one. And even not the free agents. Like, Athletics came out and said we're not trading Mason Miller. And then all of a sudden you see all these articles come out and saying if Mason Miller is traded, Phillies are the best landing spot for him. But the GM of the Athletics said he's not trading him. He's keeping him because he's one of the best pitchers in baseball. Okay, well then let's go over to St. Louis and let's go Hazley or whatever. And they're like, well, we're not trading him either. All right, well, if he gets traded, Phillies are the best location. Like, what's going on? Like,
and then, of course, every beat reporter this past weekend, Mike Trout's coming to Philly. It's happening. We're going to trade the entire fucking team just for one center fielder that will bat 9 times.
That was like the best interview ever, though. It was when they, like, literally cornered him in the dugout are like, "What do you think about all these trade rumors coming back to Phillies?" He's like, "Every single time I'm here, I hear it." Like it's
As
got
he
to be
does.
annoying.
Every time he pops up on a fucking Eagles game, he's coming back to Philly. No,
Yep.
he's from Philly. He's going to come watch his football team.
Yeah.
The man clearly loves the West Coast. And it's a good climate when it's not burning. But yeah, I don't know what they're going to do. I think either you or Tyler had pointed out in our chat that when they brought Middleton up to the booth to do the whole All-Star conversation because they're hosting the game next year, he sounded content with the bullpen. I don't know if his dumbass haircut's in his way, but like, is he seeing what we're seeing?
His interviews have not been good at all, and I don't know if he's just throwing water on the fire so you don't
See
like
it coming?
start. Yeah, so you don't see it coming or any of that stuff. But it's just non-stop. Every time they interview him, he's like, "Oh yeah, our bullpen's better than what we were last year.
No,
We got
no.
we got to be able to do. We have to have more faith in our hitters." So then, basically, you're saying you're not changing your bullpen, you're not changing your lineup. You're perfectly satisfied with what Kepler has given you, which has been a terrible signing. He should be cut just like what Whitfield was.
The crazy thing about Max, before you keep ripping apart Middleton, he bitched about not playing every game. He's damn near playing every game now, and he hasn't gotten better.
He's gotten worse.
Yeah. So what was it, pal?
But it's just, I'm not going to criticize Middleton because.
Not until August 1st.
But I'm not going to criticize him because he's given Dombrowski basically $1 billion check and say, have fun. I'm having full faith in you in order to put it together. And unfortunately, it has not gone very well with the signings. Majority of them, or I shouldn't say majority of them, a good portion of them have failed. The Kepler, the Whitfield.
So, to your comment about getting like the blank check for Middleton to go build this team and get his quote fucking trophy back, you think that's real? Because I honestly, just looking in the off after the Turner signing, like, I mean, you get one big signing a year, which can't complain. Wheeler was last year, Turner was the year before, Schwarber Casty was the year before that. But you hear the other like all in moves on like Yamamoto, didn't we go after the other guy that's on the Dodgers? I forget his name. The other Japanese guy.
Sasaki.
Yeah.
Sasaki. Roki Sasaki.
Oh, yeah, Roku. It feels like those all-in offers were like all-in offers to players that you knew weren't going to come here anyway. Like,
yeah.
There's clearly a preference for Japanese players to want to play on the West Coast because it's easier to get to Japan. Same as like Juan Soto preferred the East Coast because it's easier to get to the DR from here. Like, it is not friendly travel to go across country to get to your country.
Yeah.
But do you truly think it was an all-in? Because if he has that blank check, how did we not get Estevez back? I get the Hoffman thing. If Hoffman went and failed 3 physicals at 3 different fucking locations before he ended up in Toronto, that's a hell of a gamble, and I wouldn't have done that. But Estevez, who was an all-star again, I think he's leading the American League in saves.
I think they just got cold feet with Estevez with how
his back half was.
Yeah, so I think they just didn't want to give in all that money with what they ended up seeing last year at the end, and I truly don't blame them with that. I wish we could have brought him back or Hoffman back, one of the two. I think it was a mistake letting both of them go, but I can see why they let both go. But
I fully get Hoffman. Estevez, I still have a hard time buying that was the right move to move. It would have been an ingenious move if Romano had panned out, because they were hoping for the Jeff Hoffman magic at a low price with Romano on a 1-year deal.
There's the other guy that I was saying that was a terrible signing.
Yeah. it would have been ingenious if he did bounce back, and again had that Hoffman-esque return to the majors. But the one thing I think is very frustrating with the Phillies is they will never openly admit, and I know you can't to an extent because like it's just demoralizing to your players, especially if they're still on your team. But you got to eventually cut your losses at some point. You can't keep sending Romano out there if
No,
he's blowing it. You can't keep sending Joe Ross out there if he's blowing it. Like,
you can't keep sending Kepler out there.
yeah. Well, I mean, the outfield's been a weird scenario this year. Who would have thought all three would have been meh? They're not bad, but they're not good.
No.
And it hurts more that all three of them are strong. I haven't seen Johan Rojas play in fucking forever. I know I'm missing games in between, so maybe he's playing the games I'm not watching. But I haven't. What's the point of keeping him on the major league roster? He has options.
Yeah, and it's kind of crazy to me with Casty too. Like he kind of had to maybe the first, what was it, 2 months of the season, he was really damn good. Like he was, defensively, offensively, he was really good. Then all of a sudden, his family like came out to defend him.
Not all of a sudden.
Yeah,
Topper fucking benched him.
Yeah. Yeah, basically up until that point. And then when his family started coming out and saying like he's the best outfielder and he should have been on the All-Star team and all this shit. Like after they started saying that, like all of a sudden people put a microscope on Casty and he has not been good. There was like the error where he ran into the right corner. There's been so many hitting mistakes again. Like he's still chasing that low and away bullshit. So
I do think
rid of it.
I think the benching sealed your fate with him. He's just that type of guy, and part of his allure is also part of his downfall. He's going to do whatever the fuck he wants. He's going to swing at whatever the fuck he wants. And okay, you want to bench me? I'm going to whatever. I mean, granted, the 2 games after he got benched, he was fucking phenomenal. But now it's just like, who knows? But that's the whole problem with this team. It's peaks and valleys. JT and Harper are picking up steam, and then Turner, Casty, and Schwarber are kind of cool. Well, I would exclude Schwarber. Schwarber's still kind of staying even keel, but Casty and Turner are on the downside now. But those two were the strongest out the gate, whereas the other two were not.
Schwarber still has a low BA, which is crazy to me because it was pretty high at one point, but it's like 240 right now. 240
is high for him.
Yeah.
Because I mean,
but it was higher before, I thought.
When he was the home run king, he was what, 182, 183. Yeah. Like he was not. He didn't even break 200. But to your point, like we'll keep him as like the bar, like even keel across. He peaks and he dips. He peaks and dips. Like he's pretty much averaged. But JT and Harper are heating up in the month of July, and simultaneously, not that they're extremely cold, but Turner and Casty seem to be falling off. This team can't be murder's row in any kind of stretch. Like it's infuriating that if all 5 of them fired on full cylinders, and I'm talking about the mega contracts that are 20 million or higher, you're unstoppable. And then you won't have to complain that Bryson Stott, who's an amazing second baseman defensively, is batting 9th, or Brandon Marsh, or Johan Rojas is playing center field. Because who the fuck cares? You got the 5 fucking megastars doing what the megastars are supposed to do.
Yep. And that's kind of what you really hoped for and wanted. And unfortunately, that hasn't happened.
Ever.
Yeah.
They all have their month that they're really good. And then the other months, it's like, no, it's his turn. No, we want you all to be fucking consistent. I'll take you all at 260 for the entire year if you were just fucking consistent.
Yep.
I don't need JT to be 400 in fucking July, but .062 in April. No.
Yep.
Because they all fall off in October. The trade deadline is really the hot topic, because when we come back on our next episode, and hopefully Mr. Tyler will be here, will be 2 days removed from the deadline. And then our episode after that, deadline's passed. So we're either gonna be really happy or really fucking infuriated that they think this team's gonna all of a sudden jump off the fucking paper and do what it was supposed to do.
They are lowering my expectations on a daily basis. Every time they talk, anytime Dave or John talk, like I'm not even gonna give them their last names because they don't earn it yet. So I know I'm kind of speaking out of both sides of my mouth because I said John hasn't really done anything wrong because he's given the blank check, and Dave has kind of fucked up when it comes to the money. But there's got to this team is way too good, and I think that's the issue. Is this team is way too good on paper that you are wondering if they can turn it around, and that's why you keep running it back, and that just is not the case. Like you have to go out and you have to get like the Tommy Fan that the Diamondbacks got a few years ago that took them to the World Series. You got to get those under the radar players, and I feel like Dombrowski is living too far under the radar with getting Romano, with getting Kepler, with getting these other players that, oh shit, if they have a bounce back year, I'm gonna look like a genius again because of look what happened with Hoffman.
Mm-hmm.
You know, or look what happened when I got Marsh. He's been a good player, but like you're living too far under that rock. And I feel like you just have to say, Eugenio Suarez, holy shit, what a third baseman. Let's just go get him. Like that's the kind of thing that you got to do. And I'm not saying that's what they should do because I still have faith in Bohm, which I don't know why.
I do.
Maybe it's because I don't have faith in Stott anymore. I've given up. Sorry, Tyler. But it's becoming a trend that April is just amazing for them, and then after the All-Star break, or even before the All-Star break, every month after April goes down. NBA and the FWAR and all that bullshit stats that these goddamn nerds ruin baseball with. Like it's
and Topper holds on to so fucking tightly.
Yep. Which is crazy to me because that's the other thing. Like you said you're who's gonna call it? The beat reporter went up to Topper and said, do you have any plans to send down Stott to get him right? Because he is 0 for the last 22. And he said, no. Flat out said no. That's never been a conversation. Well, why wouldn't you want to send him down there to get him the confidence that you gave to Kemp, that you gave to Stubbs, that you gave to all these players that Weston Wilson, you keep sending him down, Buddy Kennedy, Scott Kingery, all these people have been tremendous down in the AAA. Send them down there. Get Johan Rojas. He was outstanding again in the AAA, and then they brought him back up. Like, send him down there so he can get that confidence and figure out what the hell's going on with his swing because it's ugly as shit right now.
Yeah.
But you won't do that. You're trying to fix them during the season, and that can't happen. But you can do that in the minors.
Well, I mean, look at Marshy. I know he's been like a pain point just because our everybody wants an outfield that's like Judge, Soto, and Trout. Like that's what everybody wants their outfield to be. But Marshy went down with the hamstring and came back and was hitting over 300 since he came back off that injury. So he went down, did his rehab, came back, and he found his groove. I know I don't think he's been doing that great in the last couple games and last stretch, but so much so he got moved up to 6 and like over JT. Like I get that Topper's doing the whole like left right type, like trying to mess with the lineup that way with the fucking beautiful mind bullshit he does. But to the point, you could have put Kepler or someone else up at 6th, especially since Kepler's been running his damn mouth, and Kepler's not going to go down to minors. I don't know. I'm just shocked that we haven't heard like a weird injury for Stott yet to just kind of give him down there to get that confidence. And it might just be because everybody else keeps getting fucking injured. They're like, well, we don't want to risk it. defensively, and all of a sudden your infield is Sosa, Otto, Bryce needs a few days off, Weston's in there, and Trey's like the only starter.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that could be something. But the other thing that's very concerning, depending on how you look at it, with Dave's comments, is that he keeps on throwing Justin Crawford's name in there and Aiden Miller's name in there and Andrew Painter, whenever the hell he's going to come. He's supposed to be a savior, and they haven't mentioned him once in the last like 2 months. I feel like now, like his name is basically the devil, and you're not allowed to say that anymore.
that's because Abel's been doing better than him, right?
Yeah, he was, but I don't know what he's done lately because, like I said, I haven't heard anything about him. Like you see Abel's posted all over Twitter, and they're like, oh, his stats are this, his stats are that. I don't know if Painter's injured. Like I don't know if he's pitched. I don't know anything. They don't mention him.
Could be a shopping tactic.
Yeah, I don't know.
Let's keep pushing the pieces we want to sell and make them sound really good. Like, I mean, ultimately, you get Bohm back. Otto is a decent selling piece. Weston's technically a decent selling piece. I don't know what their options are like.
I don't know either.
It feels like they're trying to highlight without highlighting, and honestly, looking ahead in the next 10 days, I don't know what the hell they're going to do, because every year you're hoping for some big splash. It doesn't happen. You walk away. You're pissed off. And now everybody is well aware in Philadelphia, this is the do or die year. You've got 3 big free agents that are going to walk, and test that market, and all 3 of them, just any team that wants to try to contend, why would you not make a big splash with one of those 3?
Yeah. Oh yeah, 100%. And even just you saw what who was it? The Rays gave all that money to who the hell was it? It was one of our former players. Was it Eflin or was it?
That was Eflin. He went down there to begin with. He got a big deal after 2022 when we used him as a closer.
And now Orioles are trying to get rid of him.
Yeah, but just think if there's one team out there, and I don't follow it. Like the Dodgers obviously aren't going to move away from Smith. The Braves, who knows? I don't think Murphy's been actually a consistent catcher for them. The catcher, it's such a valuable position just to be able to call the game. Designated hitter.
Or you could have a catcher that had catcher's interference and blew the Red Sox games the last 2 nights now.
Twice. Yeah, so fuck, he might go to Boston. The Yankees might make a play for it. Like the Yankees could make a play for Kyle Schwarber. Like just think about that. Like they don't need an outfielder. They don't need any infield pieces. Sure, I'll give you $20 million for 5 years, Kyle. Come play in the Bronx. I just have fucking smash it. Like God, I would probably quit watching baseball if he went to the Yankees. And I don't even like him. Like we've spent 3 years of me just shitting on him on this podcast. But if he went to the Yankees, fuck. If he went anywhere in New York, if he ended up in the Mets, I'd be fucking pissed too. But those are teams that can throw dumb money at him. The Dodgers aren't going to throw money at him because Ohtani's their DH, and Schwarber ain't worth a damn defensively. But New York, especially
Giancarlo, who can't play anything.
Yeah, and is he towards the end of his run?
Dude, he has like 100 years on his contract. I don't know when the hell that ends. It's kind of like the Bobby Bonilla, except he's still fucking playing.
Yeah, he's like, if we ain't admitting this one, you fuck out there and do something. But the Mets,
they took him from Marlins, who had like a 20-year contract on him, and gave him like an additional 15 years. But like his contract outrageous.
Think of it this way: the New York Mets, they're not. Pete Alonso signed a 1-year deal.
Yeah, and Kyle can play first base.
They can go get some shitty first baseman. Just put Kyle as their who's the Mets DH right now?
I have no idea.
Their DH position's been fucking horrible every fucking year. It was Volderback or whatever the fuck his name was. The dude that he needs to hit it out of the park or he's not going to make it to the base.
Folder bag. Let's see who they're winning. Unfortunately,
That is unfortunate.
their DH is Vientos tonight.
Yeah, so like if there's one team that's a dickhead that can give him the money and don't care if he fucks up because they'll just throw him into the fucking garbage can afterwards if it didn't work out. They clearly do not care about money. Um, he could just go right up 95 to the Mets.
Yeah.
Boston, you made the comment earlier that they would love to have him back. Boston doesn't have Devers anymore. You're gonna have him and Bregman on the same fucking team? That sucks.
You go from having Devers, who was a locker room cancer, to having Schwarber, who is the glue to a locker room. Like,
and is familiar to your organization. So it's
yeah,
like Kyle is gonna be wined and dined, and the crazy thing is, on paper, I don't think he's worth it. Like, offensively, he's worth it, but like if you're a team that can just sacrifice defense in the sake of offense, he's your guy. And I don't think the Phillies could do that right now because like everybody is bitching about our outfield. Our catcher's leaving. Bryce isn't moving from fucking first. Where the fuck do you put, like, the DH has to have flexibility like it in Philadelphia. So it's a shame. So trade deadline, any names you think will show up?
it kind of seems like that Lewis Robert is being
That's the White Sox guy, right?
Again. Yeah, he's being hard pushed again. He's also batting over 300 like lately, so he's kind of on that JT Real Muto tear. So
making himself valuable.
Yeah, possibly a good get. Like he could be that Tommy Pham kind of bat that you need. I don't know if that means that you get rid of Kepler, hopefully, and then you would have Marsh go over to left field, and Robert is your everyday center field. That doesn't really improve defensively, but it does improve offensively for your outfielders. I don't know, man. There's so many names that they're tied to. John Browski just keeps on putting water on the fire, though, so I don't really. I don't know. Like, I want to believe, like you said, like this is the do or die year. Like this is the potential year that Dombrowski could potentially get fired. Topper could get fired. Like there could be firings if you don't go to a certain level.
You wasted 4 years of Harper. You wasted Schwarber. You wasted 4 out of 5 Casty years. You've wasted 3.
JT.
You wasted JT. You wasted 3 Turner years. And then if you mortgage the farm to get nothing back, we're back in the dark era again.
And you wasted Wheeler too.
Yeah. So like, it's frustrating, and I think the frustrating part about this trade deadline is we've talked about how Jordan Romano was like, oh, we can make another Hoffman run. If they're thinking that David Robertson is the answer, he's a good addition. I'm okay with his addition. He is not the end all be all though. But in their mind, if he is the end all be all, and like you move Lazar or one of the guys that I don't have our bullpen right now. I swear to God, they have a new guy out there every fucking day. You move one of those younger pieces back down to the minors, and you think David's going to be the answer, and you make no more adjustments in that bullpen. We lost. We go in as the wild card. We get knocked out of the wild card, and then we're in the dark era. That's my opinion.
And then you don't have you don't have Justin Crawford. You don't have Aiden Miller. You don't have Mick Abel. You don't have Andrew Panner because you went all in on this year and it could backfire. So I get it. But you have to.
It's a shame because like David, I would like to be talking to you heading into the playoffs, and David Robertson was the low end of the pickups we did at the trade deadline. Like, hey, he was a great addition, but can you believe we got so and so? We got Bautista from fucking the Orioles or Clace from the Guardians. But like, I don't think there's any team aside from like the Rockies and the White Sox and teams like that that are truly out of it.
Yeah, no.
That the trade deadline is going to be fireworks. And now like you're Dombrowski, who didn't do anything in the fucking offseason really, and you're stuck because you're going to have to pay a lot to the Athletic. I know they keep saying they're not going to send Miller, but like, all right, we'll give you Painter, Abel, Crawford, and Miller for your Miller and Rooker. And it's
Yeah,
like, you better fucking win now. Like, yay, that's a great move, but like that is gonna hurt.
yeah, 100%.
So I don't know. They to me they're anything that signal they are gonna go after some, I guess, pitching. They drafted a shit ton of pitching prospects, which I thought was crazy that we still weren't going after catchers. Like,
And they signed them all too.
yeah,
There was 20 draft picks, and I think they signed 19. There was one that was holding out.
probably the catcher.
Yeah, well, I don't know who it was because they won't say who it was, but apparently he was also committed to college as well.
Mm-hmm.
So he was a high school kid. So he apparently is going to be going to college. I guess he can get more NIL money and all that stuff, and then potentially move up further in the draft next year.
Which makes sense, but it does feel like I I guess I hope they do something. I think offensively we could squeak by, but that bullpen, if we do not improve that bullpen or the bullpen doesn't improve themselves, we're doomed.
Yeah,
Offense,
the bullpen's an issue.
like that's the glaring issue.
Yeah.
Again, I can see where you can have some confidence that this offense might string it together because if you looked at the offense in 2022, they weren't going to the World Series. Like, no, I don't think anybody at the All-Star break in 2022 is like, yeah, this is the team that's going to the fucking finish line.
No.
But that offense ended up picking up and getting going when they needed to get going, and it does feel like they're trending like they did in 2022, where by September they may start firing on all cylinders.
Yeah.
The bullpen, though, like I don't see any like even our diamonds in the rough are looking rough. Like,
Yeah.
there doesn't seem to be any of that glimmer of like, yeah, okay, if our hitting goes in there kind of average and with a couple guys above average, we're good. No, just no.
Yeah, there's nobody on the team that when they go in, if you're winning like 2-1 or 1-0, or if it's a 1-run game and you're in the ninth inning or even in the seventh inning and your starting pitcher comes out, you're saying, "Yep, we got this in the bag." Like that, there's nobody.
That's the frustrating thing because Middleton did that on commentary, where like he's like, "Oh, you just need 3 starters and you're pretty much golden in the fucking playoffs." No, you're not. Like, Wheeler went 7 or 8 innings in that first game of the NLDS and they lost.
Yeah.
He gave up 1 fucking run. And you couldn't string together a fucking series to get 2.
Yeah.
No. I first of all, not fair to put that pressure on every one of these starting pitchers that have been phenomenal. Even Taiwan, who is not phenomenal, but he has games where he will be good, and then our offense is just like, nah, dude.
And what was that? Who was our pitcher for no hitter for Phillies in the World Series?
The World Series?
Yeah.
Oh, Framber Valdez.
Yeah, but who was? Do you know who we went?
It's probably Nola or Wheeler, because Framber was their number 1, wasn't he? They would have came back here. Oh no, he would have been their number 3 or 4 at that point, because he pitched. He did the no hitter or the no hit us at Citizens Bank Park, right?
The Astros pitching staff combined for a no-hitter in Game 4 against the Philadelphia Phillies. Christian Javier started with 6 no-hit innings. Relief pitcher Brian Abreu, Rafael Montero, and Ryan Presley finished the game.
So our 4th would have been like a probably bullpen game.
Probably. I'm trying. I was hoping to see who it was.
That's where we were juggling Kyle and Noah and because our starters were Wheeler, Nola, Ranger, Matt Moore was one of our starters. I don't know if he made it to the playoffs. We had Chase Anderson for a bit. Like, my God, that four. But we went to the World Series on that. Think about that. We went to a World Series where we can't sit there and name our fourth and fifth fucking starter from 2022, and we're talking about how we have 8 starters now, and we're like, maybe we'll make it past the wild card. Like, that to me is just nuts.
We lost 5-0 that game too.
Yeah, so we probably did a fucking bullpen game.
But
again, 2022.
No, it was Nola.
Oh, so they got all their runs in the fourth inning.
Yes, 3. Well, they scored 3 runs against him, and then they scored 2 runs against Alvarado.
Oh, so
Robinson, Eflin, Hand all basically shut it down. Hand was the only one that gave up a hit, but everyone else did amazing except for Alvarado and.
So the 2 that are still on the fucking team, not that Alvarado would be able to make a playoff appearance, the 2 that are on the team still that we'd said we're investing in them are the ones that like got lit up, and we did nothing for them hitting wise.
Nothing. And that was the year that Nola was like second or third on the Cy Young. So he was damn amazing that year.
And that's a team that also didn't have hitting. Your hitters were JT, Harper, and Reese.
Yeah.
And Bamboo Brad.
Bamboo Brad.
Now you have the year after was the smash. No. That year we had Schwarber and Casty. That's my bad. But like, okay, now you had all 6. You had Harper. JT. Oh my God! I remember the fucking program for the beginning of that year where the tagline was "Smash the Bell," and they did not fucking smash the bell at all.
Smash the bell.
And that tag kind of got quietly retired, and nobody ever said it again. Nope. I don't know. I'm not too worried about the offense. I think the offense could do what they need to do to get it done.
All right, Dave.
No, that's fair. Okay. And this is me hoping that everybody finds the only one that I would be really nervous with is Stott. Because it does feel like going into August you haven't found your groove yet is kind of rough.
Yeah.
Bo makes me nervous, but if he does his peak at Valley shit, he should be good going into the playoffs. Harper showing signs of life. JT showing signs of life. Casty's got to just get the tampon and the sand out of his vagina, and he's good to go.
Did Harper get a hit today? Because he's been on.
He did that weird steal home.
Oh, yeah, so he was on base. What was it?
I don't know if he walked, but I walked in as whatever the fuck happened at home plate happened. Where he was stealing, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was stealing home, yeah. And then it was he didn't get the steal because it was catcher's interference.
Which all I kept hearing Kruk saying is, why did Marsh leave? Like, Marsh had to just stay in the batter's box to make it even more obvious that it was catcher's interference. But whatever. I have fix the bullpen. That's my wish list.
Yep.
You fix the bullpen, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. You don't fix the bullpen, and you bring in some like lame ass right-handed bat, and David Robertson was the best signing you did.
That's what they're going to give you, man, because they're going to say that Crawford is going to come up in August, and Miller maybe potentially right behind him. Like that's what they're going to do.
Bring. Okay, if you don't bring any bats in and Crawford's here August 1st, I'll give you a chance. Like, I get why you don't, like, especially at one of the conversation points we had at the beginning of this was that everybody seems to shit the bed that comes out of Lehigh Valley for whatever reason. They're fucking all-stars down there, but then come up here and they just get, like, stage fright. I could see not wanting to bring Justin up before the end of the trade line in case you could trade him.
I mean, Trey Turner shit the bed when he came here. Casty shit the bed when he came here.
Yeah.
So it's not even like the ones that came out of AAA.
But yeah, but like if maybe it is the bank. I don't. You ease up, Philly. God damn,
It's
you just
terrifying. It's
intimidating.
terrifying with that analog clock that they just got rid of. Maybe that was the like sending signals to the players' heads.
Oh, it's that dumbass fucking corner.
Monty's corner.
It's a dumb fucking corner. Except when the one time it wasn't, and JT got that in the park home run. But every other fucking time. I don't know. I get why they haven't called Justin or Painter up. I wouldn't bring them up till August 1st if you wanted to. Look at what happened to Abel. His value went down because of his one start, or two starts, I guess. If you would have hit him in AAA and like people are like, oh, he's really good, let's bring him over and then we can call him up, and then he shit the bed there. We swindled you.
Yeah.
And they're probably feeling that with Crawford, Miller, and Painter. I don't know if Miller's actually ready to come up yet or not.
I don't think he is.
It's probably why they kind of protected Weston Wilson more so. Like, no, we know he's good. Get him down there. Let him be good. And maybe they sent feelers out for Otto, and people are like, no, that's a fucking fluke. And he's doing well. I think he's doing well enough in the majors to actually like be a piece. He'd probably be like the third or fourth piece of it, but I get why Crawford's not up. I wouldn't want to expose him if he's, I guess he's our top trade piece right now, right?
Yeah.
Because it probably was Abel until Abel had those like not so great starts.
I think Painter is still your top.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
Painter's your top. But like, if I'm a GM asking the Phillies, I'll ask for him, just not expecting him.
Yeah.
Because it does, like the hype, like you were talking about, the hype game behind Painter going into this season, coming off of Tommy John surgery. Like you're really betting on a dark horse there that like he can come back and his arm's just a fucking noodle. You were like, no, this is our guy. He's going to be our number one when Wheeler retires. Like that's the conversation you were having about him. I get why GMs would ask for him, but not expect him. But this is going to be even more frustrating next week if nothing happens between now and next week.
I'm not expecting anything, man. Like, I'm really not. Like, I last year I was expecting so much, and I don't even know who we got. I don't think we got anybody.
We got the dude. We got Hayes.
Oh yeah, Austin Hayes. Yeah,
who's tearing it up on the Reds right now, right?
Yeah, until he got injured again. I think he's hurt again.
I was gonna say maybe we'll go after him again.
Yeah,
we believe in second chances. There's no way you get a kidney infection twice.
Oh, yeah. But I don't know. Like I'm hoping that we go out there and get somebody, but I have low hopes.
I hope that I think I said it a couple times, that David Robertson was a beginning of something, not the end.
Listen, Dombrowski has to know that his seat is on fire right now, and I don't know if he knows.
Who do you think gets the most blame? I as a fan, they're gonna skewer him. But do you think Topper or Dombrowski?
I think Topper will be the scapegoat, and Dave will be. He'll have to bring in another manager, and then next year when they fail again.
Because right now, that if you look at the narrative, to me, it's Dave is probably the biggest problem because you haven't re-signed. You haven't re-signed any of your free agents. Like you weren't able to lock them down in spring training with an extension. You keep saying you want to. Well, clearly, either you can't because you lowballed them and now they're fucking pissed off, but they're just saving face, or you really don't want to. And the trade deadline's really going to define him.
Yeah. Yep. He's going to be going to Tennessee sooner rather than later.
Yep. And it's a shame because he had to lock down Wheeler, to get Trey, to get Casty and Schwarber in the same year. They're big fucking deals. And it's all outshined by the fact that we have no rings to show for it.
He turned the franchise around. Mm-hmm. Like we were completely in the gutter. So
yep.
I'll have eternal gratefulness for him for being able to bring back, but it's no ring, dude.
It's been a fun 4 years. Like the only frustration I had was I got all 82 home games for $150 for 3 people, and now I get one game for one person for $150.
Yeah.
And that's part of the fact that they're doing well. If they don't do well, I look forward to going to the empty ballpark and having a nice little walk around. Just, no lines, sit wherever you want. Hall of Fame club every other game because it's like, oh, give us 50 cents, we'll let you in.
Yeah, 100%.
It's a weird trade-off. Like, you miss it, but at the same time, it's like, it's nice.
Yeah, same thing with COVID.
100%. 100%. But at last thoughts as we close up our episode this week, they are up. We'll say 3-2 since coming back from the All-Star break.
Obviously they won the series against the Red Sox. So I think they're going up to New York. They're going to win the series against the Yankees. Yeah. Yep.
And then they're off Monday, and then we'll be back recording Tuesday, right?
Yep. Yeah.
I think they lose in the Bronx. I don't think they ever do well up there for whatever reason.
Hey, this is the first time that we won a series against Boston since like 2001, I think they said.
Really?
Yeah. Like, we haven't won a series at home against Boston in like over a decade.
Nice. Now we just need to fucking break that Oracle Park bullshit at some point.
That's not going to happen.
I'm so glad we took a break. We didn't have to talk about that West Coast trip.
That's why there was no reason to talk about it, dude. It's frustrating.
If you think we're negative people, God, you should have seen the damn chat. Even Tyler was hard keeping optimism there. It was just, that was a brutal fucking road series.
Not great.
Not great at all. I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll be back next week, talk more things, Phillies, and hopefully good things. I think they drop the series to the Bronx. You think they pick up the series in the Bronx? We'll see who's right. I think it's going to be me. I went up there, was it 2 years ago? When did they start the season in New York? Was it last year or the year before? Well, it was...
The years blend together, but yes, I know what you're talking about.
I think I watched 2 innings. It's like you go through all that fucking trouble to get to New York to watch them, and then it's like, just fucking leave. Yeah. And it's just, one, it's the Yankees, so like, unless you're a part of that cult, it fucking sucks. Like, I can't stand them. It's now part of the Dodgers cult as well. Like, unless you're in the in crowd, fucking stupid. I don't know. Hopefully they do. That'd be fantastic to make Aaron Judge and those guys suck it.
Yeah. 100%, man. I'm all in. I'm all in on them winning the series up in New York. All in.
Nice. So, what do you got going on, Mr. Brezzo, before we end the episode?
I don't have anything going on anymore. my son's baseball is done. Unfortunately, they lost in sectionals, but they did win districts. So I got nothing but free time except for packing. Oh, I do have packing. By packing, I mean watching Amber pack. So,
there you go. Delegation.
Yeah. Making sure he knows that I'm there.
Working on your GM skills.
Yep, pretty much. But yeah, other than that, just fucking packing.
Well, Basement Protocols should have a big August coming up. The return of the For Real Movie Club will be coming.
Oh, yeah.
Trish Bell will be your host.
Oh, no.
I think Cheever and I are the panelists. I don't know if it'll be steady 3 going forward. The first episode is Dystopians. I think it is. We'll be talking 4 films with that theme because, the world's going to shit, so why not talk about movies where the world went to shit? The Weekly Protocol will also be returning in August. Actually, I think it's returning next week because we're trying to coincide our relaunch for Season 2 with San Diego Comic-Con, which is this weekend. And we've got a new structure to that and new permanent hosts to that. Yours truly will be running the Weekly Protocol. And my panelists will be new face, Corey, and old face, Frank.
Woo!
And hopefully some variety segments in there that we've been talking about. Like, maybe we'll see the Fanatics, Jersey Phanatics pop up in a segment here or there.
Or obituary reading.
Or an obituary reading, since you motherfucker killed Ozzy.
Oh, rest in peace, Ozzy.
Oh, God, you almost got out of the episode without me ripping you. But it's fine. Dace Tackler Mine returns in August. So one of the things I told myself that if I was going to do the For Real Movie Club, because that'll be a bi-weekly podcast, the in-week between weeks will be a Dace Tackler Mine. And boy, do I have some thoughts, and you're probably not going to agree with them. And if you don't, you're part of a cult. Just deal with it. Anyway, we also have articles that have been posting on Basin Protocol's website. There's a couple of movie reviews up there with... What the hell did I just see? Superman. Superman, It's Always Sunny premiere we reviewed. The Dexter one I have it written a little bit for the first 2 episodes. Then CBS pulled some bullshit, and I was like, I'm not going to give them... I know, we're not top of the line reviews, but I'm not going to give them any eyes on Dexter. Go fuck yourselves. Hashtag support Stephen Colbert. But yeah, we got articles. So a Fantastic Four one will be coming out this weekend because I'll be going to see that Thursday night. And we're doing streams. We have a lot going on. We are doing streams. Monday nights is Monday Night Minecraft, as per usual. We're building a museum. Right now the museum is an NES system. And we have some conversations there. We talked about rebooting last week. This week we talked about how a guy offered me a line of Coke for giving him some gas for his lawnmower. It's a hell of a listen.
Damn, I shouldn't have fell asleep early.
Oh, it was a wild story, and I'll tell you when we get off. But you got to watch the stream to catch those kind of fucking stories. And then I'm doing Donkey Kong Bonanza whenever I can. I played a little bit Saturday.
That was fun watching you dig.
That is. I need to do a review on that game. That was they watched me in Minecraft and went, we're gonna fuck with this guy. Everything is diggable. And then they give you exploding bombs at that one level, and I'm just sitting on a peak, just tossing them and blowing up all kinds of land. So that'll happen again. A lot of things going on. BasementProtocolProductions.com. There it is. All of it neatly packed in. But the most consistent is the Jersey Phanatics every Wednesday.
Damn right. I don't know how, because we have one person that's been in the Grand Canyon, lost on a mule somewhere. We don't know what the hell's going on.
We have more episodes in the off season than we do in the regular season. So
that is true.
There is that.
More important anyway.
So go check those out. That's going to do it for us here on the Fanatics this week. I've been Chris Dace Van Dace. He's been Erik Barrezo.
Bye.
I'm really happy I pointed the right way the first time if you're watching on YouTube. Anyway, that's going to do us. Rare Base Dollars, stick to the protocol. And Erik, ring that bell.
Ding, 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 ding.
Deuces.